Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. $1 million worth of XRP for earthquake relief in Turkey and Syria. Prominent fintech firm Ripple has said that it will donate up to $1 million worth of XRP tokens for relief purposes in earthquake hit Turkey and Syria. Again, I always point this out. You see how much good Ripple does throughout the world. And think about it, if they hold this $1 million worth of XRP until the case ends, all of a sudden that $1 million worth might be $20 million worth of XRP. Who knows how high the price will go? Web3 legal expert says Ripple has 3-year head start towards resolution. The ongoing legal tussle between the United States Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple is touted to have a long-term effect on the future of the crypto industry. In this line, Jesse Hines, a Web3 lawyer, has stated that Ripple has significant advantage over other crypto companies that may face similar legal action from the SEC, noting that the blockchain firm has a 3-year head start. So what happens if XRP gets regulatory clarity? It'll be the only coin out there with it. All of a sudden, that adds a lot of value. The price of XRP has to definitely skyrocket off of just that alone. Then you have institutional money pour in, FOMO money pour in, banks going live with ODL. He believes Ripple has the potential to set a significant legal precedent for the industry, alluding that the company has developed a skilled legal team. In his view, other companies facing similar lawsuits might be forced to build their legal teams from scratch. And so far, from what I see, Ripple's legal team is great. I mean, you see Stuart Alderati, Johnny Deaton out there keeping us informed all the time. I feel that what's going to happen here at some point, Ripple is going to get that win. A lot of people don't believe that, though. A lot of people believe the judge is going to still be corrupt. We'll talk more about that in this video. New Ripple partnership to bring real estate transactions to XRP Ledger. And we see here, this is Proper Home. In an interview, John McCoy, CEO of Proper Home, said that in Portugal there are 580 real estate agents per 100,000 residents, while the European average is 136 real estate agents per 100,000 residents. The company plans to boost the confidence and credibility of these professionals through the use of its own token, Proper PRP, which is set to be used to measure users' reputations. And according to various reports, the partnership will see the real estate marketplace leverage the XRP ledger to distribute utility non-fungible tokens that represent asset ownership. The use of NFTs will provide faster, more reliable, and more energy efficient transactions to market participants. And I said early on, 2023 is going to be an explosive year for the XRP ledger. We're going to see more GameFi. We're going to see Sociify come on board. We're going to see NFTs expand and explode. I mean, there's going to be a lot of NFTs because the world is moving in that direction. And NFTs are just more than digital art. They could become legal documents. They could become deeds to houses, titles to cars. The world is changing very fast. And like I said, anything that goes on that XRP ledger adds value to XRP. 2022, former SEC Director William Hinman made millions from a pro-Ethereum firm during tenure. And this is something that really needs to stop in Washington. You know, these politicians go to Washington, can barely rub two nickels together, and come out multimillionaires time and time again. And it's all due to corruption behind the scenes. We got to see some of that corruption through Hinman, and we also seen it through FTX and the fall of FTX. But this has to stop. If this continues, our tax dollars get paid to that government. We pay their salaries. And then they work shady backdoor deals with all these other companies, these bankers as well. The politicians don't run the government anymore. It's the big banks and big industry. A Freedom of Information Act request by a whistleblower has revealed former Securities and Exchange Commission Director William Hinman was receiving millions of dollars in retirement benefits from a pro Ethereum law firm during his tenure. Now, why do you think Ethereum got a free pass? Well, right there, it tells you why. Hinman worked as the SEC's corporate finance advisor chief from mid 2017 to late 2020. In June 2018, Hinman famously stated the Ethereum network and its decentralized structure, current offers and sales of Ether are not security transactions. There you have it. That's exactly why he did it, for the money. Attorney Deaton reiterates that Ripple and the SEC will not settle. He says here, I think a settlement with Ripple is not in Gensler's mindset. I don't believe he's going to settle and publicly agree that ongoing and future XRP sales, including in the secondary market, are non-securities. And Ripple won't settle unless the SEC so agrees, said Deaton. And of course Gensler isn't going to do that because that then sets a precedent for other cryptocurrencies that he's also calling securities now, even stablecoins. It looks like they're trying to get rid of BUSD. We'll talk about that in another video. Judge Torres may have had an honest, stellar, and unquestionable history before the Ripple case, but I believe because of this case, she will be faced with a decision that's going to change all of that. And the people's laid back demeanor is only fueling those who are pressuring her. So I feel some people feel that this is going to be the one case where she falls in line with what she's being told to do. Like somebody else is pulling the strings in this case. So then we see this breaking news on FTX bankruptcy. The FTX judge has denied the U.S. trustee's motion to appoint an independent examiner. If this ruling is allowed to stand, there will be no credible investigation of the third parties who may have enabled one of the largest frauds in U.S. history. So you see how it's working? They don't want names being mentioned. And they're pointing out here that if this can happen with FTX, what makes you think this judge is going to rule in favor of Ripple, even though we see all the corruption at the SEC? But I think this judge sees through it, and I think this judge is going to do the right thing. She seems to have been siding with Ripple all through this case. Maybe she's not going to get involved with the corruption that's going on behind the scenes. Maybe she wants to finally be the one person that says enough is enough. Ripple wins this case. Let innovation skyrocket in the US because we're going to be held back if Ripple loses for another couple years, at least. No settlement and judgment doesn't mark the end, Ripple versus SEC. It ends in Congress and will be known as the Ripple test for regulations. U.S. Congress, not the SEC, will set cryptocurrency regulations, says Blockchain Association. And I said that all along. Gary Gensler doesn't make the laws. Congress makes the laws. And you got to hope that Warren, they get her away from crypto as soon as possible because she wants to get me and you out of crypto for good. They don't want retail investors in crypto, period. We need other politicians to step in, other members of Congress that come in and say, listen, this is something that everyone can benefit from, every single citizen in the U.S. Let's move forward, and on a forward movement, everybody that invests in crypto will be protected. If a rug pull happens, we will go after the people that did it. If an exchange is taking customers' funds and using it for their own benefit, we will step in and take action. And we don't care who's involved. Names will be mentioned. Watch how fast things stop if they threaten to mention names. That's why you need laws like that, transparency laws, so you know the actors involved. That would change everything. But the problem here in the US is everybody's getting paid in those backdoor deals. They don't want to lose those payoffs. EU now accepting application for its blockchain regulatory sandbox. What a stark contrast to the US. They will sadly lose innovation companies like Ripple, who will be very well received in Europe and Asia from an operational standpoint. And while we're still sitting here in the US, behind in innovation, because I do feel we're falling behind the rest of the world. Over in the EU, things are full steam ahead. They're trying to make things better around crypto. They're trying to use crypto for good. They want to use it, for all kinds of things, daily transactions. We should be at a point now with crypto where you go to the store and you use crypto to pay for groceries, pay for gas, things like that. People would stop using the banks. That's the problem. If you could use crypto for every transaction you ever made, even paying bills, you would stop putting money in the bank, and that's what they're afraid of. Ripple, February update, ODL data, buyback theory, LBC price surge, SEC final arguments. So let's take a look. Ripple's XRP still has a unique medium-term profit opportunity because of the SEC lawsuit. Unlike most crypto, the XRP price is still languishing, held back, held down, and it's not showing its actual value. There's more projects coming on board the XRP ledger, yet the price isn't reflecting any of it. That's why I said it's set to explode at some point. The LBRY credits coin price action foreshadows what could happen with XRP this year. And we see what happened with LBRY. All of a sudden the price went up. Same thing's going to happen for XRP, in my opinion. There's no compelling news of ODL or CBDC adoption this quarter to change my long-term outlook. Now, we see CBDCs getting ready, but yet they're not up and running yet. That's why we don't see those high numbers for XRP, where it's being actually utilized on a daily basis. Settlement with the SEC could happen, but Ripple is still negotiating for clarity on XRP and penalties that don't put the company out of business. And that's the other thing, if there's going to be a penalty, it has to be reasonable, not this massive shakedown that Gary Gensler's always pursuing against these companies. That needs to stop as well. Will the XRP buyback theory make XRP holders rich? Now, I want to just mention this very quick because, again, every time the price on XRP even moves up in the slightest, the buyback theory is talked about again. And a lot of people really believe this is what's going to happen. But this is speculation. It even says here, this theory is entirely speculative, with little real supporting evidence, but it's a great example of what passes for research by online influencers. I'm going to tell you this. Don't expect the buyback. If at some point it happens, great. But I'm not seeing it happen. I do see, however, a high-priced XRP in the future. Whether it be $1,000, $10,000, it's not going to be backed by gold either. I'll talk about that in another video. Because what is gold backed by? It's backed by nothing. It has a monetary value. The same way the US dollar has a value, but it's, again, backed by empty promises and debt at this point. So XRP doesn't need to be backed by anything, though. The central banks will put a price on XRP, a monetary value. This is the value of one XRP. And it's going to be used on a daily basis, but it has to be at a higher price and a stable price. It can't be fluctuating all over the place. People argue about that. Well, a transaction is only a few seconds, so it doesn't matter what the price of XRP would be. But they're going to use the XRP for a lot of things. It's going to be tied to debt. It's going to pay off debt. We need a level playing field. But it doesn't need to be backed by anything to be high valued. Do you not watch anything about Ripple? They have said multiple times they always offer RippleNet to customers first. Then they offer them the secret sauce. Do you want to know why major institutions haven't used ODL? Oh yeah, they are in a lawsuit. Ask Bank of America what they think. Now we know Bank of America is ready to go live as soon as this case is over. And you also got to remember, Brad gets in the door with RippleNet. Then later he says, hey, if you really want to make the most of RippleNet, maybe you should start using XRP. That's how he opens the door. And Ripple's out there laying all that plumbing right now, and XRP is going to flow through those pipes. And when it does, the price of XRP, in my opinion, is absolutely going to skyrocket. because now we are in a state of limbo right now. You got to remember, we're stuck in this lawsuit still. A lot of banks won't touch XRP until that lawsuit's over. And on top of that, we don't have clarity either for XRP. So a lot of big things can happen very fast, setting the price of XRP absolutely going parabolic. Like I said, I believe if that case was just to end right now, somewhere between $10 and $13, banks coming on board pushing the price higher. That's what you got to look at. Don't look at buybacks. Don't look at, oh, it's going to be $10,000 tomorrow, because it's going to take a lot of time to get to those higher numbers. It's not going to happen overnight. That's why I also always try to tell you, listen, take your initial investment out. This way you got your money back. You're playing with the house's money now, you know, and leave the rest of your XRP in there and wait and see how high the price will go. That's the way you play it safe in crypto. But again, it takes patience and time too. And I don't believe 2030 is the year anymore. I honestly believe 2025 is going to be the huge year, because a timeline shift has happened as well. I'll talk about that more in another video. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this one. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.